Hello, Mimi's Munchkins. Do you like it when I speak in rhyme? Subscribe to the channel and like the video every time. Were you good for Mommy and Daddy? Did you brush your teeth on time? Great job. This is Luke. He's a friend of mine. Oh, Mimi's Munchkins, tell me some news. I'm a little forgetful, so I wrote down some questions for you. Mimi has some sponsors. I think it's pretty swift. They have to do with bowling, Jeff's Pro Shop, and Roll Fit. And if you like craft burgers, fries, and tots, this place is a winner. Head on over to Holy Cow for lunch and dinner. And to all my subscribers, it means so much to me. A huge thank you from Mimi. Oh, Munchkins, what was today's plans? What did you do? Did you get new clothes or maybe some new shoes? Did you listen well and maybe get a toy? Or was it a toy to share, one for a girl or one for a boy? Did you help Mom tidy up and maybe play nice? Did you ask for some help? Maybe some advice? Did you help Dad with his truck? Or maybe cut the grass? Did you go fishing and did you catch a big bass? Oh, Munchkins, you make me so proud. I think it's ready to read a book aloud. So sit back, relax, or snuggle in. Let Mimi Shell's bedtime stories begin. Today is the Berenstain's Bears St. Patrick's Day, written by Mike Berenstain. It was in between time in bear country, the time between the end of winter and the beginning of spring. The weather couldn't decide whether to be cold or snowy or warm and sunny. Sometimes it was both warm and snowy, with spring flowers poking through patches of snow. The holidays were in between as well. Valentine's Day was long gone and Easter had yet to arrive. About this time, March 17th to be exact, Grizzly Gramps and Gran came back the bear family's treehouse. Happy St. Patrick's Day, called Gramps. Brother, sister, and Honey were surprised to see Gramps and Gran all in the bright green top hats. Why are you dressed like that? Asked Sister. For St. Patrick's Day, of course, said Gran. What's St. Patrick's Day? Asked Brother. Gramps was shocked. Don't you cubs know you're part of bearish? He asked. We know we're bears, said Sister, puzzled. That's not what I mean, laughed Gramps, and he explained. To be bearish, said Gramps, means to be some of our ancestors came from the island of Bearland across the sea. Bearland is a fair green country called the Emerald Isle. That's why we wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Who is St. Patrick? Asked Brother. St. Patrick was important in bearish history, said Gramps. He brought goodness and faith to Bearland. There's a story he drove all the snakes from the country. Snakes were thought to be evil, and there are no snakes there to this day. Oh, said Sister, disappointed. She likes snakes. Come along now, said Gran. We're going to St. Patrick's Day parade. Everyone in bear country who even feels bearish will be there. We've brought along green outfits for everyone. They soon dressed in all green, a different look for them. Gramps gave them green clover leaves to wear. What are those? Asked Sister. Shamrocks, said Gramps. They are a symbol of Bearland and are said to bring good luck, the luck of the bearish. Nice, said Brother, who didn't mind a little good luck. As they headed for the parade route, the cubs wondered about St. Patrick's Day. Gramps, said Brother, can you tell us more about Bearland? Of course, said Gramps. We'll start with the legend of the leprechaun. The who? Asked Sister. Leprechaun, repeated Gramps. What's that? Asked Brother. Sounds weird. And so it is, agreed Gramps. Leprechauns, Gramps explained as they walked, are magical beings like elves or fairies who live in the woods and vales of Bearland. They are short of stature and given to mischief. They devote themselves to making shoes. Why do they do that? Asked Sister. To pass the time, said Gramps, and went on. They use their magic to find buried gold and hide it in iron pots. It's said there's a leprechaun's pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, if you can find it. Wow, said the cubs, impressed. The family reached the parade route down Main Street in Beartown. Papa set up the folding chairs and they settled down to wait for the parade to start. It was one of those warm and sunny in-between days. The cubs relaxed in their chairs, thinking about leprechauns. they began to doze off, and they dozed to dream. Sleepily, the cubs opened their eyes. To their surprise, it seemed they were in the green and pleasant land. It looked like an emerald isle. They were all alone. It was peaceful and serene. Puffy white clouds billowed over the green hills, and a beautiful rainbow appeared. It arced, shimmered down in the hills and beyond. Without thinking, the cubs followed the rainbow. Soon, the cubs heard a sound, a tap, tap, tapping, like a little hammer, busily at work. Curiously, they followed it to where the rainbow ended in the ring of boulders. There, the cubs beheld a little figure dressed all in green, tapping at a little shoe. He turned and saw them. "Begorra," he said, smiling. "Welcome, young'uns, and who might you be?" "We're sister and brother and honey," said sister. "We're bears." "Are you now?" he laughed. "Tell us, sir," said brother, "are you a real leprechaun?" "Well now," he said with a wink, "what do you think I am? What brought you here, me darlings? Did you know it followed the rainbow?" "Yes, we did," said brother. "And I suppose you began to find a pot of gold," said the leprechaun with a chuckle. "I guess so," said sister shyly. "And sure you're right," said the leprechaun, stepping aside and revealing a pot of gold glistening in the rainbow. "Help yourselves." Scarcely they were able to believe their luck, and the cubs dug into the gold and filled their pockets. "Wake up," someone was saying. It was Grizzly Gran. "You're missing the parade." The cubs sat up, rubbing their eyes. The pot of gold and leprechaun and Emerald Isle disappeared. They were sitting in the folding chairs on Main Street in bear time. But somehow something seemed different. The St. Patrick's Day parade was, indeed, getting started. It was a slight sight to behold. There were marching bands and bearish dancers. There were pipers piping and harpers harping. Mayor and Mrs. Honeypot drove by in their long lavender limousine. The whole Beartown police and fire departments came marching along. The parade wound with a troop of bears dressed as leprechauns, each carrying a pot of gold. As the bear family picked up their things and started for home, the cubs thought back to their vision of Emerald Isle and the leprechaun's pot of gold. Had it really just been a dream? Then Honey thought she caught a glimpse of something, a little figure dressed in green, hopping behind a boulder, and she thought she heard a soft chuckle. Could it be? Begorra? Who can I tell? The end. That was a cute book, wasn't it, Munchkins? Remember, you're special and unique, and there's nobody else in the world like you. Now let's get ready for those goodnight kisses. Mwah! Now give them to Mom and Dad. Now scurry off, it's time for bed. Until next time, remember, Mimi Shaw loves you. Good night.